What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Taurus sun sign friends. If you were born between the dates of April 20th and May 20th, then you are a Taurus sun sign, and this video is for you. We are in October, we're halfway through, and it's time to get into the spirit of things, and we're going to do a special reading here today. This idea was brought to us by Atypical Tarot. He has a great tarot channel on YouTube. I encourage you all to check it out. He mixes science and metaphysics together, and tarot as well, and it's very interesting and very informative, so I hope you guys will all check out his channel. The link is in the description box below. But he brought me this idea to use some of our darker decks for just to get into the spirit of October, and so that's what we're doing today. I do want to tell you guys, okay, that this is a challenging reading. If you feel sad or depressed or uncomfortable during this reading, good. That's what's supposed to happen. That lets you know that this has resonated in some way, and it lets you know what you should be moving away from. Once you've pinpointed the things that you need to be moving away from, then you can move away from them. So I hope you're buckled in. Okay, today we're going to be using 3 different tarot decks to look at 3 different questions. We all have blockages. We all have blockages of the mind, of the body, and the soul. And so we're going to use 3 decks to look at the 3 different blockages. We're going to be using the Dark Grimoire Tarot to look at the mental blockages that you may have. We're going to be using the Omega Land Tarot to look at the physical blockages you may have. And we're going to be looking at the Mortem Oraculum to look at the spiritual blockages, so blockages of the soul. And hopefully that'll let us know what you need to change. So let's get into it. The first card we're going to look at here represents what blockages you have of the mind. What mental blockages you may have at this time. And we've got the Temperance card. I'm getting the feeling here that your mind is not balanced. When I think of the ego and I think of the mind working in the proper way, I see the mind not having any fear, any worry, any doubt, any stress. I see the mind solving your problems in the most efficient way. Now, the feeling I'm getting from this card is that there's an imbalance, which means you may be going too far into the fear category. You may be going too far into the worry. You may be going too far into the thinking about things that aren't really relating to the now moment, right? I think when the mind is working in the best possible way, it is focused solely on the now, the immediate moment, and it's focused on solving your problems of the now. So if you're thinking about problems in the future, if you're thinking about problems that occurred in the past, then I think your mind is out of balance. And I think that's what's happening here. I think there's a blockage here where your mind is not working in the now moment. It's not solving problems. It might be creating problems in the future moment or in the past moment. So I encourage you to look at the way that you think about things. How much of your thoughts is not centered around solving problems in the now? How much of your thoughts are surrounding the past or the future or worry or fear or that sort of thing? We need to bring those back into balance, and that's kind of a blockage that many of you may have to thinking about the now, to focusing on the now. And so I think that's all I need to say about that. I think I made myself pretty clear. Okay, so let's move on to this next card. This card represents the physical blockages of the body. And we've got the Ten of Swords. Speaking of worry, speaking of doubt, speaking of fear. Alright, I'm getting a lot of self-harm. Not self-harm, but a lot of physical problems. I don't know. I do know. All of our physical ailments are products of an imbalance internally. And this is, I could talk for hours about this. I only have 10 minutes or so. But to sum it up, when we're holding emotional, energetic imbalances, if we hold on to those for long enough, the body is going to manifest those into real life. Because what we think, what we feel, is expressed out into the physical world. And if we feel imbalanced, if we feel something's not right energetically, then we're going to feel that physically eventually if we don't solve that. And I think that's kind of an imbalance here. I think you're letting those energetic imbalances get to that point. You're letting them get to the physical point where they're causing you harm. And this could be arthritis, it could be joint pains, it could be muscle pains, it could be disease, it could be sickness. The body will manifest all these things, imbalances within you, into the physical. So I think that's kind of a blockage. I think there's a lot of physical pain here as a result of not cleaning up those things within you that needed cleaning up. And so I encourage, if this resonates, I encourage you to, the best way, I mean, there's so many different ways, but the best way I know is through meditation, is through going back into past traumas, childhood traumas, or just past traumas, and trying to forgive the people who wronged you, forgive yourself for feeling wronged, forgive everybody, okay? Everyone needs forgiveness, and you need to release that negative attachment. Release it, get rid of it. It's not serving you, it's causing physical problems. So I think your body is really, really showing you. And this is not a negative thing. If you feel physical pain, that is your body saying, hey, there's something wrong within you. Not on the physical level, on the energetic level. You need to solve it. You need to fix it as soon as possible, or else this physical pain is going to get worse. So I think that's what's kind of blocking you in the physical world, is allowing your emotions and your baggage to manifest into the physical world. All right, let's move on to this card, which represents blockages to your soul. This is when it gets real, because this deck was painted in human blood. Don't get freaked out. Blockages to your soul, Taurus friends. We got mysticism and the cat. Yes, the message I'm getting from this is that you are not as in tuned with the spiritual realms as you need to be. You're not opened up to your psychic abilities as much as you need to be. You're not listening to your guides as much as you need to be. You're Taurus. I mean, I don't want to generalize or stereotype, but a lot of you are very physical, earth-bound people. You like food. You like to touch things. You like the tangible things of life. But your soul is saying, hey, you know what? You're a spiritual being having a momentary experience here on earth. Don't forget it, okay? Don't forget that you are a light being. You are a fifth dimensional or higher light being that's incorporated into this flesh suit, this bag of flesh. And yeah, it's fun to exercise all the carnal pleasures of this earth and really get down into the physical aspect of things here on earth. But you have to remember the spiritual realms. Not only is it going to remind you of who you are and why you came here, but it's also going to guide you and help you to stay on the right path, the path that you decided to take before you incarnated into this physical flesh suit. Okay, so I think that's what your soul wants. Your soul wants you to get in tune with your psychic ability, with your intuition, with your, opening up your crown chakra and saying, you know what, I'm going to allow the higher the higher density energies to enter into me through the crown. And so, if this resonates with you, open up that crown. Do it through meditation. Do it through crystals. Do it through, yoga, whatever you do. Maybe yoga would be great for a Taurus person. So get in touch with that those unseen realms, and I think that's going to help your soul to soar. Okay, that's what your soul wants. So now that we've seen all the cards, just in summation, I think the mental blockage that you have here is an imbalance. I think you're worried about things that you shouldn't be worried about. Your mind should be solely working to figure out what to do in the present moment, the now, and that's it. Let your spirit guides worry about anything else, basically. You worry about this now moment and how you can make this moment the best moment possible. And you know what that will do is that'll improve the next moment, right? If you make this moment count, if you do the most you can with this moment, then the next moment that occurs, you'll be on a better place. And that moment will be better. And that's how you make a better future, not by worrying about 10 years from now and saying, oh, what do I do in 10 years? I don't know. Worry about the now, and then the next now, and then the next now, and all of a sudden it'll be 10 years, but you have spent so much time focused on the present that you have made the best future possible. As far as the physical body, I think we need to clean up some of those energetic imbalances. I think there's some things going on within you that you've let manifest into physical pain. And we need to fix that pain. And the only way to fix that pain is by going inward and solving the source of it, not by going to the doctor and covering up and hiding it with pharmaceuticals. What you need to do is get to the root of the problem, which is an energetic imbalance within you. Go back to your past traumas. Forgive those who have wronged you. Forgive yourself for all the things that you've done wrong. Release that baggage. Who wants to... We're exploring the world here. You want to be carrying around 300 pounds worth of luggage? I don't think so. And lastly, your soul wants you to connect more with the higher realms, with your higher self, the version of you that exists in the fifth dimension, the light body. Connect with that, and you're going to find that you're going to be more in alignment with your soul's purpose, which is going to bring happiness, it's going to bring health, it's going to bring balance. Alright, Taurus friends, that is the reading. Like I said, this is supposed to be uncomfortable, okay? If it's uncomfortable, good. That means that we've hit a nerve, and that means now we know which way we can move, which direction we need to go. So I hope you guys got something out of that. Remember to do all the YouTube stuff, the liking, sharing, subscribing, the commenting, and it all helps the videos. It all helps bring more healing to more people. So I'd appreciate all of the things that you do. I want to say thank you all for watching. I want to wish you a happy October. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.